This is my latest auction, and this is lab equipment. I found this online, so I went and took a look at it, and I got this for a $110 bid with a 10% buyer fee, and it came to $121. And I'll show you some pictures of everything that came with this. There was a whole lot of stuff. Kind of going through briefly here to show you what we got. I got a couple of big pumps. This is all lab equipment that come from a large university in my area. Now these cabinets are full of stainless steel and aluminum, and the cabinet themselves are a couple hundred pounds. This is a 2 horsepower 3-phase motor. This inside there is full of gauges and just all kinds of stainless steel. This Simmons, I don't know what this is, but it is full of these things here. I don't know a whole lot about these boards, but that right there shows me gold fingers and all kinds of these little, I don't know if they're icy chips. And this is all extruded aluminum all the way around there. The case is steel here. Let me open this up. Just full of these boards in here. This filter, this is all solid cast. It looks brand new. That is brand new. We got this, which appears to be some kind of an oven of some sort, and that's all stainless steel on the inside. This thing, I still haven't figured out how to get inside this thing here. I'm probably just gonna have to take the nuts and bolts and stuff off of it to get it, but it's got all kinds of stainless and some brass, and this also came with it. These have nothing to do with lab equipment, but these were part of a table saw at one time, and that's all solid aluminum. This is a 5 horsepower 3-phase motor, and this thing is brand new. This thing has never been used. This thing here, oh, this is the back side of that with all the boards in it, and it's full of wire. This is some kind of a cooling device, I believe, and it's full of copper. It's got a nice little motor on there, some wire in there. This filter device right here is just full of copper. This is all aluminum, and then look at the copper in that thing. That's just full, and this is all aluminum, so that's going to be pretty nice. And a grinder. This grinder came with it. This, I believe, was part of this setup here. That's all aluminum. This whole setup is aluminum, whatever that is. But this grinder was in really good shape. When I was loading it up on my trailer, it fell down and busted the glass. But this little sandblasting cabinet also came with it. It works, it's in good shape. It's got a light inside. It's got the gun. I actually sold this, $50. Some guy I work with wanted to give me 50 bucks for that. So now I'm down to $71 that I gotta make my money back with all these goodies here. I don't think I'm gonna have any problem doing that. It's gonna take me a little bit of time. I don't think I could do this all in one video, tear everything apart. So we'll definitely break some things down. We'll get to some money. Like I said, I already got 50 bucks. Definitely want to double my money on this. So I spent $121, so I want to make like 250 bucks on this. So in this video, I'll try to at least accumulate $250. After selling that, only need $200. Okay, let's get busy and start breaking some of this stuff down. All right, so before we get started, let's go on our last scrap run, see what we come up with. If you watched my last video where I stripped down all that insulated aluminum wire, I took that in, and so the part that I couldn't get taken apart where I said I thought it was 40 to 45 cents. That's actually 35 cents. And they gave me credit for 80 pounds. I had 95 pounds written down in the video. I weighed it all up, but they gave me credit for 80 pounds at 35 cents for a total of $28. And I'm okay with that after I found this. The EC wire, the bare wire, they gave me credit for 160 and I only had 150 weighed in, and that was $1.26. So that dropped a penny from the time that I called them. So I got credit for 160 pounds at $1.26 for $201.50. I had some mixed aluminum that I had thrown in there. That was 56 cents a pound. Now this isn't my normal scrapyard that I go to. The normal one is 60 cents. I actually thought it was extruded aluminum, and I think it was because one piece was painted black, they just docked it and gave me just aluminum price. So, and then I had Bare Bright. I had 42 pounds of Bare Bright, and that was $3.70 a pound for $1.55, and a total of $398 that we can add into the shop. All right, let's get back to breaking down this lab equipment. Okay, I think I'm going to start with these two cabinets, this cabinet and that blue cabinet. There's not going to be a whole lot of stuff I'm going to get out of here, but there's stainless steel and aluminum in here, and I think we'll get a good amount out of it. But these cabinets are pretty heavy, and I got it all hooked up to the scale here. I'm going to lift it up and just to give you an idea how much these cabinets weigh. Go ahead and scale that up. I guess I'll probably shut the door here. All right, so the door is shut. And all right, she is off the ground. And 344 pounds. All right, so that cabinet and the blue cabinet are about the same size. So we're dealing with like 345 pound cabinets here. So I'm going to set you up. I'll speed the video up and start tearing this apart and getting our stainless steel and our aluminum out of it. Okay, so I got those two cabinets all taken care of, and here is the mess of stainless steel and aluminum and wire that I got to get separated. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then we can weigh this up. See where we're at on our total. Like I mentioned before, I paid $121, including the fees. And I sold that sandblaster for $50. So I wanted to make a total of like 250 bucks off of this auction here. So we already got 50 bucks. So we need to go another 200. So let's see where we're at after I separate this mess. Okay, so we got these cabinets all tore apart. You can see it's all bare. There's some scrap that I just threw in there because I'm going to take these to the scrap yard just to get them out of my way. I got both of them done. Here is what we pulled out of it. Here's the wire. This is all the stainless steel. We're going to weigh that up. And this is all the aluminum. It doesn't seem like very much. I think I'm going to get more out of the scrap than I am anything. So let's go ahead and weigh it up and check it out. All right, so we're zeroed out. Let's lift this up and all right, we are completely off the ground and we're at 534 pounds. All right, let's weigh up the stainless steel. I'm just gonna put this empty bucket on the scale and tear it out here. All right, so we're at 0. And this is all stainless steel. If I put that on there first. See if I can get that to balance on there. That weighs 22 pounds. All right, we got all the stainless steel on there, and we are at 74.65. 74.65 for stainless steel. Stainless steel in my area right now is 30 cents a pound. Okay, so let's go ahead and weigh up this aluminum here. I've got that zeroed out for the bucket weight, so we're gonna go ahead and throw these plates down here. And the bucket. So all the aluminum is on there. 34.7 pounds of aluminum. I was also able to pull some brass out of there that I thought was worthy of weighing. Seems to have some weight to it. So I'm just going to leave this sheet on here to hold that and zero this out. And everything in here should be brass. Except for those two bars right there. Those are already in there. Okay, so this is all the brass that I got, and that is 2.25 pounds. Okay, we look to be doing pretty good as far as trying to get a goal of 250. So here's the breakdown so far, just off of breaking those two cabinets down, and I'll show you what else I got left. So 121 spent, our goal is 250. I sold that sandblaster for 50 bucks, and the scrap price on those cabinets after everything was stripped out of it was $34.71. The brass, we're at $5.17. The stainless steel, 74.65 pounds at 30 cents a pound, that's $22.40. And the aluminum, we are at $20.82 for a total of, just for the cabinet, not including the $50 there, it's $83.10. So we're looking really good for this goal of mine. So right now, if you add the cabinets together with the sandblaster, we're already at $133. And so I've already made back the 121, and we're well on our way to getting a goal of 250. Now let me show you what else I have left here. I still have this some kind of a cooling unit here. It's got a big aluminum tub in it full of copper. I already showed you that, and so we're going to break all that down. Then we got this cabinet that was full of those computer boards, but I'm not sure what we're probably just going to get scrap weight out of that. And we got this heating unit here that's got some stainless steel in it. Still have this motor and the other motor on the other side, and then this unit, which I have no idea. I'm gonna probably do this one next just because it's a mystery and I have no idea what's inside it. And plus that aluminum there, I forgot I should have added that in, and all of this aluminum. So I think we're well on our way to our goal of 250. Okay, let me get breaking down on something else here. And I just returned from the scrap yard, taking those cabinets. I had about 200 pounds of shred already, so add that in. Brings $49 more into the shop, so we can add $49 to our collection of money. Okay, let's get back to work. All All right, let's go ahead and do this, what I call the mystery machine here. Not sure what's involved here. I still haven't figured out how to get it apart other than just to take the nuts and bolts out of it. So let's go ahead, start taking it apart. Okay, so I got this cabinet broke down for the most part here. We got quite a bit of brass out of there. We got some stainless steel and we've got some aluminum. But what I didn't get out yet is the copper. I got a motor, I got a couple of transformers here. I'm gonna break these down real quick, pull the copper out of there and weigh it all up. Get a little pile of copper. All right, so I'll just set you up on a time lapse and I'll break these motors down here real quick and these transformers and get the copper out. Okay, let's go ahead and weigh this up. I'm completely done here. I've got all the brass, I've got the copper, stainless, the aluminum, and just the shred. So we'll start with the stainless steel. Dump it in this tub, tear this out. We're at zeros. And there's our stainless steel. So we're at 8.3 pounds. All right, so we're back to zero. Let's do our brass here. All right, there's our brass. 37.15. That sounds pretty good there. All right, and the aluminum. All right, aluminum comes to 12.5. 12.5 pounds. All right, now let's weigh the copper up. Comes to 5.55 pounds. 5.55. Let's go ahead and weigh our shred up. Get our scale at 0. There we go. We are off the ground and coming in at 209 pounds. 209. All right, let's see what our final numbers are. Okay, I got the final numbers here. Now remember, $250 was my goal. So here's where we're at. The stainless steel, 8.3 pounds at 35 cents, pays $2.91. The brass, 37.15 pounds at $2.30 a pound, pays $85.45. You can't complain about that. That was a lot of brass there. The aluminum, 12.5 pounds at 60 cents is $7.50. The copper, a little over 5.5 pounds at $2.40 a pound for number 2. That comes out to $13.32. And the shred, 209 pounds at 6.5 cents or $130 a ton, is $13.59 for a total of $122 on that, what I called the mystery cabinet. That worked out pretty good. I was a little bit surprised on that. That had quite a bit of value there, $122.77 on the whole mystery cabinet. So if we go back to what we've already done, the goal was $250. The cabinets, we made $83.10 off of the first set of cabinets we did. I sold a sandblaster for $50 for a total of $133.10. And this mystery cabinet paid $122.77 for a total of $255.87. So my goal has been achieved. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's getting kind of long. I don't like to make too long of videos, but I still got a whole bunch of stuff to do here. Let me show you. In case you guys forgot, I got this cooling setup here that's got all kinds of copper in it. I'm not sure if you guys would want to see me break that down. If you do, let me know in the comments. I've got this 5 horsepower pump, and then this cabinet here. I'm not sure if anybody's interested in this. Let me show you again what we got here in this cabinet. We got all these boards in here. If you're interested in this, I mean, I am. I've been looking on Board Sort and kind of coming up with what I think these things are valued at. Like these right here. I think these are going to be considered high-grade peripheral. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to look more into it, but these boards are very nice boards. Heavily populated with these IC chips. And then you go down here, and I mean, this is a huge board down there. You got this one here, full of those IC chips, gold fingers, gold pins, all kinds of goodies on there. So, like I was saying, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments, and I'll do another video on breaking the rest of this thing down. I'll just call it Lab Equipment Part 2. Let me know. As for now, I gotta get this stuff to the scrapyard so I can get paid. All right. Thanks for watching.